If you struggle with self belief, if there is still doubt that lingers in your head, I will tell you a step by step plan to remove and kill off any doubtful thoughts and replace them with undeniable self belief. Contrary to what we've been told, you do not want to be delusional when it comes to your self belief. Because what does being delusional mean? Being delusional means that you are consistently ignoring the truth. And at face value, it sounds nice. Be delusional. Have that unshakable belief in yourself, which is what we are striving for. But being delusional is not the way to do this, because through time, that motivation and that spark will wear off and more doubtful thoughts will come in, because you haven't truly confronted your doubtful thoughts. Through time, you will be put in situations that will test this self belief, and if you haven't confronted it, then that doubt that you've been suppressing, that you've been delusional towards, will come out. And it'll just prolong this goal that you're chasing of self belief. I wouldn't even say goal that you're chasing, because you need to become it. It's not something you chase, right? So, understand that self belief does not come from just being delusional. Self belief comes from persistent actions and persistent positive thoughts that you are capable of anything you set your mind towards. Your subconscious, you have to rewire your subconscious brain through these actions and thoughts to truly achieve self belief that no matter the situation you're in, no matter what you're told, no matter anything, you will have this self belief. This self belief is something that will be constant, it is not something that will fluctuate. So, first step is that we have to confront it. Even if there's a little voice in your head that doubts you, you have to confront it. Give yourself some time and some space to confront it. I know it'll be hard because you do want to believe in yourself, and this seems like you're holding back, that you're holding yourself back, that you're admitting to this doubt, which in this step we need to do. We need to come face to face with ourselves. We need to expose this voice that does not believe in us. That is what we're doing. We're shining light on it. We're exposing it. And it's okay that you don't believe in yourself, because a lot of us doubt ourselves, not because all of our doubt comes from external sources, what we've been told, what we've experienced, what we've observed around others. Especially if you grew up in a scenario where there was not a lot of success, it is normal to not have that self-belief, and that is okay. Because also understand that your past cannot change your current reality now. So ruminating on the past is truly a waste of energy. We cannot let our past anger us or frustrate us or cause us shame and guilt. We cannot be shameful or guilty of ourselves and the situations we are in, because shame and guilt come from a place of not feeling good enough, of not accepting. So we must, through this journey of self-belief, we have to treat ourselves with grace and patience. We just have to, because we are not perfect. We were not born with all the information. We were not born with all the wisdom, and we were not born with all the habits to succeed. We were not born in the environment to succeed. And that is okay. That is okay. Self-belief is something that you must put in the effort to achieve this self-belief. Kanye West is the poster boy of self-belief, which for valid reasons, because you see through his success that his self-belief is the main driver of this. It is the first, If his self-belief and his creativity is all in a boat, the self-belief is the helm of the ship, the helm of the boat. It is the thing that everything relies on. But understand, you and Kanye West are not the same. You guys were born in different situations. You guys were taught different things. You guys knew different people. So don't try to compare your self-belief journey to him. Yes, take information, take his words to heart. Well, some of his were on, a lot of people don't agree with him. So, but regarding to self-belief, I think you should listen to him. You should. So yeah, don't put too much value in what you've done in the past. Don't dwell on it, because now you're a new person. You're watching this video. You want to improve the self-belief. You've already took a step in admitting and being transparent with yourself that you do not truly believe in yourself, which is already a big step. Understanding that you don't believe in yourself in this current moment is more valuable than being delusional. And also God's timing. You need to trust in God's timing. You need to have faith, because in this process, your spirit and your mental will change and will adopt this self-belief and embrace it and truly have that undeniable self-belief. But you must have faith, because your physical reality will be the last thing to catch up, right? So, because your physical reality will be the last thing to catch up, we have to observe our situations that we're in and our relationships or anything that relates to our self-belief. We need to observe it and analyze it instead of letting it evoke negative emotions like doubt, anger, frustration, worry. Because these emotions are all linked to us not embracing that self-belief. So instead, observe your emotions and understand what actions, what ways of thinking, where you doubted yourself that led you to be in this current situation. That is the biggest thing. Knowing how you got in that situation, what emotions and what actions did you take regarding certain things that have led you to this situation that you are not satisfied with. And let me ask you something. If you don't believe in yourself, you have a dream, right? And I'm assuming someone else has achieved that dream. So if you see someone else do it, why can't you? Truly ask yourself, why can't you? If you have to write down why you think you can't, that is great, because that is helping you pinpoint and understand what evidence your brain adopted that led you to your doubtful beliefs of yourself. Because if someone else can physically do it, then why can't you? You can do it. It is physically attainable. You can do it. The only thing is your brain. Right now your thoughts aren't aligned, right? I would kind of compare this phase of being transparent and admitting to kind of like cleaning out your backyard. When you have those doubtful thoughts, your backyard, there's overgrown weeds, there's maybe trash, there's maybe a mattress, it's dirty back there, right? And now when we confront it and we do something about it and put forth action, we can remove these weeds. We can remove all of the unnecessary stuff that is not conducive to having a nice backyard. So that's the analogy I'm going to keep coming back to. This is the removing process. Just getting rid of everything, right? So now phase 2. This is now where we are going to practice and put forth effort and start thinking differently. And this is what will now build this self-belief. So this is like planting the seeds in your backyard so you get grass, adding some plants, adding some lawn chairs, a little fireplace. That's what this phase is now. We're now what we envision of our backyard, what we envision of our mind, and who we can become. Now we are putting forth the action and the thoughts behind it, and also the emotion that will lead us to our desired reality. So now once you've come face to face to this, right? You've come face to face with your doubt. Now you can start building that self-belief. So something you gotta be a little ignorant. I said not to be delusional, but now this is where you can become a little delusional. Because right now in this physical reality, what you want and who you want to become in this physical reality, in this present moment, you are not right now. So this is where that faith comes in. You have to be a little ignorant, right? You need to hammer the fact in your head that you can achieve anything. This is the part where we trick our brains. And if you think you can't trick yourself, you are wrong. Our conscious brain does run off logic. But our subconscious brain does not run off of logic. It runs off of thought patterns and emotions. That is why all of us perceive love differently, perceive money differently. Because consciously, yeah, there's only one definition of love, there's only one definition of money. But subconsciously, through our experiences and the emotions that they have evoked, that is what has subconsciously created our definition of these certain scenarios. So your subconscious definition of your self-belief has to change. And the way we change it is by constantly repeating that we can achieve anything. So whenever any doubtful thought comes in, you must eliminate it at its source. You must eliminate the doubtful thought at its source. Even if it low-key does have some validity behind it, understand that whatever we tell ourselves our mind and the steps I'm going to go over after this will completely rewire your brain. So if a doubtful thought comes in, be aware of it. Maybe locate where that came from, what source did it come from? But deny it. Don't accept it. If you have to say out loud, I do not accept this doubtful thought, I will achieve anything, do that. And I know it might sound dumb, you might feel dumb in the present moment, but your subconscious brain, over time, this will start rewiring your subconscious mind into truly believing in itself. I guarantee it. Also, understand the idea of confirmation bias. What confirmation bias is that when we believe something, when we look out for something, when something is on the top of our mind, our brain seeks it out more. It just does. Like, let's say you're shopping for a new car, there's this model that you like. This car model that you like. You see that car more on the street, you notice it more. So if you keep hammering the fact that you believe in yourself and you can achieve anything in your day-to-day life, more self-believing thoughts will pop up. You will notice more things that confirm your self-belief. It is all your brain doing this. Your brain is extremely powerful. Your brain, you will naturally start realizing your natural gifts, what you're good at. And that can lead you to something you want to do. It will build your self-belief. Also, if you know what you want to do, if you have a dream, if you know who you want to become, write down actions and steps, physical actions and steps that you'll take every day that will be conducive to your dream life, and take action on those. Because, like I said, our subconscious brain needs proof, it needs observation, it needs emotion to rewire itself. So, when you do these actions and you write them down and you persistently do them, like I said, self belief comes from persistent actions and persistent thoughts that you are capable. So your brain notices that, okay, now you're putting action and you're feeding it good thoughts. Subconsciously, your brain will get rewired into undeniable self belief. And this takes time. So it is important to not put a time limit. Do not stress on when you should, because stressing about if you'll make it is another way doubt creeps in. Doubt comes in illusions, it is not obvious. And if you're stressing about when you'll make it or how long it'll take, or I've been doing this for 4 months and I've seen nothing, that is doubt. And you must recognize that is doubt and kill it. Understand that. Understand also that this is proof in your life right now that your thought process has dictated this present moment. So now believe in, because this is a fact, that when you think positively and you hammer that self-belief, your reality will change. Negative and positive are on the same spectrum, just different degrees. This is one of the laws of the universe. So understand that, because you have manifested this non-desired outcome that you are currently in, this non-desired reality, through your thoughts and actions. Now understand that you can literally, the same way you got here in a negative manner, now you can positively, I don't know how to say that word, put forth positive thoughts and actions that will lead you to your dream reality. So you have the capability to get into a bad situation. You have the capability to get into a good situation with self-belief. This takes time. This takes persistence. This takes effort. But you can do it. It all comes down to what is in here. Because this is what drives everything. This is the beginning of everything. Your brain is the beginning of everything. Every action you make, every reaction, even your personality, your brain is what sets it off. It is the first in the chain of command. So get that right, and this self-belief will become effortless and undeniable. And those are the steps. And now certain tools that I have, certain practices that I do that are important to my undeniable self-belief is, first, limit distractions. Instagram, you can't be doom scrolling. You can't distract yourself, because now once you distract yourself, there will be more outlets of these thoughts that aren't you. You might come across doubt, or comparison is a big one, because comparison makes you doubt in yourself. So that is why limiting distractions is so important. Because once you limit distractions, you can hear that divine inner voice, that voice from God, that will lead you to the right path. And also talk to God. Build a relationship with God. Meditate. You have to. I'm not saying you have to, but meditate does help, because it really quiets your mind and it helps you get into that observer role. Meditation helps you to not cling on to all of your thoughts, which will help you not cling on to these doubtful thoughts. It'll help you become aware of them, analyze them, and break them down and get rid of them. That's what meditation will do. It'll quiet your mind. You have to have faith, like I said, because your physical reality will be the last thing to change. So you must have faith. And one important thing that I have not touched on yet that I want to say for last is imagination. Imagination is key. This is a lyric from Kid Cudi, like, if you can't do what you imagine, then what is imagination to you? If you can imagine yourself, if you can picture yourself, if you can imagine your feelings and emotions and feel them, if you can think of your thought process and your actions, that your dream self, that your dream reality will produce, then you can do it. If you can close your eyes and imagine it, then you can do it. It is achievable. That is what our imagination is for. Our imagination is one of the strongest tools. And you must believe in it. If you deny the fact that our imagination is powerful, then you are doubting yourself. Our imagination was given to us for a reason from God. It is literally like setting a blueprint down. A blueprint, you write down the measurements and what it's going to take. You can imagine what it is going to take. How your dream self thinks, what he or she does on a day-to-day basis. How they react to certain things. What they're abundant in. What they're successful in. You can imagine it and you can do it. Undeniable self-belief. This is how you attain it. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. This is a long one. This is probably my longest one. But it's a little bit of a lengthy process. But after time, it'll become effortless. But if you made it to the end of this video, I am extremely grateful for you. And I hope that you can apply this knowledge to your life. Because the only thing stopping you is you. And that's just a fact. You know? The only thing stopping you is you. So, once again, thank you. I am grateful. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have questions, because this journey, there will be some questions. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I'm always there replying. So, let's talk. I can help you out if you want. But yeah, thank you.